Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Good morning to all members of the United States Constitution Protects All Lives Matter group. This morning I speak to you on the record and as a human being and a righteous former U.S. Navy veteran who is going to address a very serious piece of law. And when addressing a piece of law, you have to be true, accurate, and correct because you swear under oath, which I do at this time pursuant to 18 U.S.C. 1001 and 28 U.S.C. 1746. What I am about to say on the record in regards to Damian Williams and the United States Attorney's Office in the Southern District of New York, that they have brought willfully and knowingly a conviction covered up for Project M and COINTELPRO information on behalf of Barack Hussein Obama and Joe Biden under the direction of Preet Bharara, another and former U.S. attorney who is sworn by law, not to aver any false or misleading information that would alter a court's verdict. And such statement and evidence must be true, accurate, and correct, and investigated by a second source of information to validate the authentication of such information. In the prosecution of U.S. versus Rizzoli, 12 CR 550, Damian Williams, the assistant U.S. attorney then, and Preet Bharara, the then Southern District of New York U.S. attorney, on behalf of Eric Holder, the U.S. Attorney General, and President of the United States Barack Hussein Obama, chose to willfully and knowingly cover up evidence, falsify evidence under COINTELPRO, which they falsified the known files of the military belonging to Kevin Rizzoli, a United States Navy veteran serving a U.S. Navy sentence of 25 years. A parolable sentence at that, and after 2/3 of service, such sentence is null and void under United States Uniform Code of Military Justice. It is a separate entity and separate code of justice, just like you have the municipal code, you have federal code, you have civil code and criminal. The reason why this is coming out under oath is to aid and assist the bringing forth of removing the indictment of Mayor Eric Adams. If there is one scintilla of evidence of a reasonable doubt of not guilty, such must be brought forth. And if there is one scintilla of evidence that there is past willfully and knowingly falsification of records, Damian Williams is required by law, and the U.S. Attorney assistants are required by law to reveal that their integrity has been breached. Well, in 2012, 12 CR 550, their integrity and their honor was taken away when they brought forth and tried Kevin Rizzoli, a U.S. Navy prisoner, under false and misleading discovery and non-existent DNA evidence to prove beyond a reasonable doubt that there was no incident between the U.S. Marshal Service and Kevin Rizzoli as far as spitting. I have never to see the congressional minutes which made it a law and a felony to charge somebody in federal court for allegedly spitting on a U.S. Marshal. This, ladies and gentlemen, was brought forth by and prosecuted by now Damian Williams, the United States Attorney for the Southern District of New York. This is again submitted under oath, and there is evidence to exist that Damian Williams knew the attorney, Mitchell Dinnerstein, was working under COINTELPRO for the United States Department of Justice in trying to obtain information and use of the roving bug, which is illegal in a legal visit and setting. COINTELPRO, again, and Project M, ladies and gentlemen, is a very severe program to try to break a person down. Eric Adams, they did not show any type of physical evidence on TV that he authorized or received money. This would lead a reasonable juror to see that Rizzoli versus the Federal Bureau of Prisons 230, Fed Third 371, DC Circuit 2001, and Rizzoli versus FCI Allen Medium et al., Third Circuit 2001, reversed and remanded, ordered release from prison due to U.S. Department of Justice false and misleading reports and false FBI lab reports. This is part of COINTELPRO. That is a parallel example of COINTELPRO. That is a parallel example of Project M brainwashing. Because if you have an FBI document that says they have a lab report, and now that lab report comes up false, what is your initial feeling then? Because it is a pattern of abuse from the U.S. Department of Justice, the Federal Bureau of Prisons, and the U.S. Attorney's Office to use COINTELPRO, to use Project M, and to use Kodak packs to falsify and reduplicate voices to obtain convictions on a telecommunication case. These individuals reduplicating are very sharp and very cunning. But Kevin Rizzoli is more cunning. I went to law school, University of Texas at Killeen. I took my forensics there. I took my constitutional law at Old Dominion University. I took my political science at Old Dominion University. San Diego State, I took my Re-8 law, Intro to Psychology, Psychology 101. And I am now enlisted and entered online to re-enter law school at Hofstra University, which I am pending to retake my LSATs. I swear under oath that the information I set forth is true, accurate, and correct, and meant to help any individual, both friend or foe, because U.S. Constitution protects all lives matter. And I founded this organization to maintain such integrity on all lives and all ethnicities and religious groups. I got my head split open protecting a Palestinian individual integrity in 2018 when Black Lives Matter movement members and associates tried to rob his store. They got away, but I woke up in the hospital with 18 staples in the back of my head. So who is the racist? I've been called racist by Black Lives Matter movement members because I challenge their authenticity, their motives behind their organization. Black Lives Matter is a great, great saying and meaning. But Black Lives Matter Incorporated is nothing but a mechanism for extortion and theft of funds and degrading of people, attacking Italian Americans. I'm an Italian American. I'm standing up for an African American mayor who was wrongfully accused. The individual or individuals who are in question sold their soul right now. Some of them sold their soul, I should say. And some have got caught because they wanted to make themselves look good and step up the ladder. This is wrong. The mayor, if he had no knowledge, which it will come out he had no knowledge, then this tape, even more so, is a bigger linchpin in the jury's decision-making process. So again, remember, ladies and gentlemen, U.S. Constitution Protects All Lives Matter Incorporated was removed from Facebook. Documents and legal filings in the Southern District of New York was removed from Facebook because they were filed under Rizzoli versus Barack Hussein Obama and Black Lives Matter movement et al. So who is the racist? Who is the racist when they dismiss cases without even being served and they have mountainous pages of evidence, both forensic and physical? Where is the racist? Right in the Southern District of New York and the United States court system, who have been infiltrated by Black Lives Matter movement members and the state courts. Just like the Bronx DA's office. Who was the Bronx DA? A black person. Who had me taken out? Black people out of the Hunts Point Market. Who closed Raz Trading down in the Hunts Point Market? Black people. So are they racist? Because Kevin Rizzoli is not, nor is United States Constitution Protects All Lives Matter. But the People versus Rizzoli, 2016 BX 045427 and 2016 BX 0617 is the ending. Tried before Judge Tara Collins and Judge Wang, are racist. Those are a racist because I was denied a trial by jury demand, my constitutional vested right under the 7th Amendment. I was denied my vested rights under the U.S. Constitution. And now I'm sticking up for Mayor Eric Adams, giving him an oak leaf, an olive branch, to say, hey, here is your evidence that you are being vindictively pursued because you are questioning insurgents in New York City, which causes a financial burden on all New Yorkers. This linchpin is for the jury to hear. Thank you very much. And remember, U.S. Constitution Protects All Lives Matter Incorporated, fights for all. And the only funding I have is my disability check, because I fund that personally. Thank you very much. God bless you. Happy New Year. Feliz Anno Nuovo. Tutto Italia, tutto Sicilia, America. Grazie. Ciao, buon viaggio. Good luck, Mayor Adams.